Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about no solution versus infinite solutions. And we're going to be talking about this in the context of linear equations. This is probably going to be a very short video because it is just a small little topic that lots of people struggle with. And I'll just really quickly go through a couple of examples where I distinguish sort of like the no solutions versus infinite many number of solutions. So let's get started. So sometimes they could give you this question and ask you to solve it. And solve for x. So this is a linear equation. What we're going to do is first whenever we're solving, we're trying to separate the x from the rest of the equation. So we're going to bring the x to one side, leave it alone on one side, so like to the left-hand side. First thing we're going to do is subtract 5 from both sides. Because we have a 5 here, let's get rid of that 5 on the left and let's subtract 5 on both sides. So 2x equals 2x minus 1. Now, what we want to do is we want to make sure that these x's are both on the same side. So what do you do for that? We could technically bring this x over here, and the way to do that would be to subtract 2x from both sides. That way you remove it from this side. So we're just going to complete that, and we're going to get, if you look here, this is where things get tricky. So you have 2x minus 2x, you're going to get 0 equals, and here you have 2x minus 2x, which is also 0, so it's going to be 0 minus 1. So if you simplify that, you're going to get 0 equals negative 1. Now, as you can see, our x has disappeared. The x that was over here that we intended to move to the left-hand side has disappeared. We've resulted with 0 equals negative 1. There is no x in that equation. So that means that there's no solution for the value of x. But there is a difference between no solution and infinite solutions. No solution would be where technically the equation will equal sort of like 0 equals 5, because that's not true. 0 does not equal 5. 0 equals 0 and nothing other than 0. So in this case, 0 equals negative 1. 0 is never equal to negative 1. That just does not make sense. So this would be no solution. So that linear equation has no solutions. Now let's try another example where we get infinite many number of solutions. It does look similar to this, but there is a key difference that you have to take note of. So this is our next example. We have 5x plus 4 plus 1 equals 5x plus 5. So as I said before, first we're going to simplify this fully because we do have 4 plus 1 over here, which we can simplify. So let's write this as 5x plus 5 equals 5x plus 5. Now you can see that the right and left-hand side are the same, so technically that would mean that it has infinitely many number of solutions, but I do want to simplify this just so you get sort of a basic idea of what to do. So the first thing we're going to want to do here is, what I like to do is I like to remove the 5x's, so what I want to do is move this 5x over here. The only way to do that would be to subtract 5x from both sides, and just like our last example, the 5x's on both sides cancel. So you'll get 0 plus 5, we're just bringing that 5 down, equals 0 plus 5. Again, we're just bringing that 5 below. So the 5x's sort of just like canceled on both sides, sort of like our last example. If we simplify this, you'll get 5 equals 5. Now, what's different? Here, both the numbers are the same. Both the numbers on either side of the equal sign are the same, which means that they are equal. And that would mean that you have infinitely many number of solutions. So honestly, there's anything that could be a solution. Sort of to show you that again, let's take our original equation, which is 5x plus 5 equals 5x plus 5. To show you how there are infinitely many number of solutions, substitute 1. Let's substitute x as 1, and then let's substitute as 2. So 5 times 1 plus 5 equals 5 times 1 plus 5. That equals 5 plus 5, which is equal to 5 plus 5, and 10 equals 10, which is true. 10 does equal 10. Now let's do 2. What you're going to notice here is that no matter what number you put inside, it's going to result in the same number just because it's the same. The equation is the same on both sides. As you can see, I'm just simplifying this, and you're going to get 15 equals 15, which means that 15 is equal to 15, and there are infinitely many number of solutions. Whatever number you plug in for x will be the same. On the case of no solution, that means whatever number you plug in, the equation is never going to equal. It's never going to be equal. So that's the difference between the two. Again, comment down below any questions you have.